What's up, everybody? MQJ here. This is my introductory video. If you know me in person, you know who I actually am, but I'm going to just go by movie quotes on this channel. This is kind of a little bit about me and a little bit about the channel and the Facebook page. So I'll start with the unfamiliar stuff. First things first, you'll notice that I'm playing Doom and not doing anything movie related. That's because if I play Doom or some other, non sequitur video game, this isn't even actually a licensed version of Doom. This is, an official release of Doom. This is one of the 32 map megawatts that comes out. I'm not gonna have to worry about copyright strikes, which I know that is a big problem for people that talk about movies and other copyrighted material on the YouTubes. I just rather not mess with it. Also, this is a pretty lowbrow project that I'm doing mostly for my friends. I don't really expect this to be any kind of huge big deal or anything like that. I also don't own any sophisticated recording software or capture software. It's all just on board on my HP, so you know they spared every expense. And this is to go with my Facebook page where I quote mostly nostalgic old movies from my childhood. As a fun kind of a game for, again, my friends, a small circle of friends. Now, that's pretty much all you need to know if you already know me. If you already are my friend on Facebook or you already know who I am, then at this point you can stop and proceed to the first review. If not, I'll give you a little bit of background information. So if you're still with me at this point, let me give you some background information on this. Now, I am an avid film fan. However, in the past, say, 10, 15 years, I've become really disillusioned with the quality and quantity of movies and also how they are made. For example, they made, five, six Spider-Man movies in a 10-year period, which decreased sharply in quality and at the end became glorified commercials. The rise of CGI and the decrease in practical effects, I think, also took a toll. I don't really believe movies anymore. I don't feel like they're being made for any kind of artistic expression. I feel like they're being made to make money. And I guess you could make the point that they always were, but it's rampant at this point. I've seen a few new movies in the past, say, 5 or 6 years. I went and saw Hotel Artemis with my dad on Father's Day last year. I've seen all the Star Wars movies that have come out. I haven't seen Solo. I guess I need to check that out at some point. Look for a review from me on that. And I gotta be honest, I'm just not... I used to be part of a movie ticket club back when I was in high school. I would go every week, but ever since, the Matrix sequels and the Star Wars prequels, I kind of started to fall out of love with the art. And I guess you could say I'm trying to find my way back in. A few weeks ago on my personal page... Oh, you know what? Let me come back to that in a minute. So, I'm actively taking recommendations on movies that I should check out that are good examples of not being terrible. The other thing, though, is that you'll find that I'm pretty cynical. I'm a stoic guy, but I'm pretty cynical. I don't want to say I look for the worst, but let's just say I employ a pretty scientific approach when it comes to anything. Now, you don't know me, but in my personal life, I am involved in performing arts. I'm a professional musician and a professional teacher of music. And so I feel like I have a stake in this because I'm involved in something that I think is beneficial to the world and creative, and is something that you shouldn't skimp on and cut corners with. Now, is that to say that I wouldn't sell out in 1 second if it meant, financial stability? I would love to say no, of course I wouldn't, but that shit isn't the truth. I probably would. At least for a little while, make the money, then I can go and make the art that I want to make, right? Now about the Facebook page, if you leave this video and just look up MovieQuotes Jones on Facebook, you'll come to my page. You know it's me because my profile picture is of an Oscar statue, and the background is like a picture of movie theater, like an empty movie theater and a screen. That's me. And on that page, what I do is every couple of days or so, I put a movie quote out, and I see who knows it, who can identify it the fastest, and I give you some, a nice compliment if you get it right. It's mostly for bragging rights and fun. I don't have the bankroll to send people prizes or anything like that. I used to do it just on my personal Facebook page, and the reason that I did it was twofold. One, because people seem to have fun with it. That's probably the most important thing. And two, Facebook has become a hotbed of division, and especially with people with fake news and division along political and socioeconomic gender lines. Basically, any way people can not get along with each other, they've managed to not get along with each other. And what I found was that I can put a movie quote out, and people who I haven't talked to in 15 years, who otherwise would never have known each other or spoken to each other for those exact reasons, or just because of simple, geography, proximity, would come together and talk about this movie. Oh, I love this movie when I was growing up, It reminds me of this and that. And I found that I felt like that was pretty, unique and special, and I was happy that I was providing something in the public discourse that didn't result in people, angrily screeching at each other over, over anything. People were coming together and, enjoying it. But then I got, I guess, what you'd call a promotion in my professional life, and I've had to kind of step back from my Facebook and make it a little bit more, search friendly. So that would mean quotes with cuss words in it, quotes from controversial movies and things like that. I don't necessarily know if they'd get me in trouble, but I would prefer to err on the side of caution. So now I started up the MovieQuotes Jones Facebook page, and then I realized I was starting to put some pretty long posts about my opinions on things. And at that point I was like, well, I'm going to put a post that's going to take 10-15 minutes to read, which none of them do. I don't believe in doing that either. Usually it's one sentence. But if I'm going to put a post that's going to take forever to read, then I may as well put it on Facebook, I may as well put it on YouTube and just talk. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to include anything copyrighted. I'm not going to include copyrighted movies or music or anything like that. I'm also not going to do a face reveal. I'm not going to show my true face. I'm not really worried about it. I would just rather not. So you're going to see some video games. I'll try and find a video game if I can that relates to whatever I'm talking about. And if I can't, then it'll just be some, non sequitur game that is okay to watch, but not distracting from the content. Chex Quest, this. If I can emulate NES games, maybe we'll do an NES game that's based on whatever movie I'm talking about. Also, I'm going to keep the reviews as best I can under 10 to 15 minutes, because I don't like watching videos myself that are super long unless I'm going to learn something, like a recipe video or some kind of musical concept video from a source that I trust. Things like that. So if you are not following me on Facebook, I would invite you to come on and search me out, shoot me out a friend request. I'm happy to meet more and more people. I'm hoping that this goes well, that people enjoy it. Oh look, the first two movies that I'm going to review, the first one isn't actually a movie at all. It's the Netflix series Cobra Kai. I'm going to talk about Cobra Kai and what I thought of both seasons since season 2 just came out. And then I'm going to talk about probably my least favorite movie in the entire world. Probably the biggest travesty to the art that I've ever seen. No, not Plan 9 from Outer Space. No, not Troll 2. No, not, what's the other one that I'm thinking of? Oh no, what's it called? The one with, Manos, The Hands of Fate. Those are all stellar movies compared to the second one that I'm going to do after Cobra Kai. So if you are, if you're watching this, if you have a movie that you would like for me to discuss in detail, I stopped watching movies in detail about maybe 99, 2000, 2001, maybe a little later, maybe like 2005 or so. And if you think I'm missing out and you want me to check a movie out and make a little, video on it, just let me know what it is. And if I have a copy of it, great. If I have to get a copy of it, then I will if it's feasible. Again, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not trying to make any waves. I'm not trying to even really make any kind of a real impact. I'm just doing this for fun. And so I hope you'll have some fun with me. If you disagree with me on anything that I say, perfectly fine. Just please don't, I'm not trying to persuade you of anything. I'm just trying to tell you what I think. They're my opinions, etc., etc. And if you agree, great. There's a lot that you probably won't agree with. I have a very unique take on a lot of stuff, and I hope you will find that uniqueness to be, number one, actually unique, and number two, worth sticking around for. So, thank you very much for your attention. If you're still watching right now, I will get the Cobra Kai review up in the next probably day or two. And I hope you're having a great weekend. And thank you for watching. Talk soon.